from what I'm about to tell you.
An item publicly for entertainment instruction could possibly compete with.
장이 되었고 기존의 문화적 위계와 관행에 대한
No, it's very special because it's the Biennale of a port city that is the second city of Korea. There's a lot of people here, very big city. And I've heard that it's very experimental playing. It's different from Gwangju because Gwangju is always a biennial that is related to political events at Gwangju. And so it has a good international reputation. Well, okay, so it's very important that cities that do not have much art infrastructure have biennales, so they can learn from the biennale about what the museum should look like, the museum of contemporary art should look like, the artist space might look like, what kind of artists we could invite. So all over the world, in Africa, South America, all through Asia, there are more biennales than there are museums. Because biennales are a kind of experimental zone. It's where you learn about international art, learn about local art, you learn about art from the neighbourhood. And then you can choose what kind of exhibitions you will have and what kind of museum you will have. So they're a way of testing the artistic infrastructure that needs to be built in any city of any good size. That's the important purpose. That's why there are so many. And most biennials are outside of Europe and America. Very few are in capital cities, like no biennale in New York, none in Paris, none in London. They don't need them. They have a huge infrastructure, lots of art galleries, art museums and so on. So biennials are, as I said, ways of testing how to build support for art. So it's interesting. I mean, they're very, very good thinkers about biennials. So Mr. DeMella, very interesting comments. Also some good comments from art critics from Busan and from Korea. So I think it was an interesting discussion, and it's actually quite dynamic. That's interesting, and it's not unusual. It's quite common. All around the world, you have nearly all the museums were started by the rich people, governments, but then from the 19th century into the 20th century, they were actually managed by artists, by local artists. And artists usually give more to museums than anybody else. They're more invested in the museum and the art gallery